when we had physical ed, we had a teacher. She was Miss Thompson. Her husband ran a shoe store in Lynchburg, and she didn't care for doing that. So the year that I was a senior, I believe, she put me in charge of doing I call it aerobics now. It was exercise then, and but that type of exercise. And so I conducted the whole class, and they respected me.
No, the PE teacher would send us outside to participate in sports.
Uh-huh.
And of course we gathered out there and chatted, talked. When he came out of the building with his grade book, we would scatter and we were playing.
The teacher we had my freshman year, his name was Mr. Evans. He was a good teacher. He tried to teach us something. We did some health and basic sports, just basic stuff about different sports, and we played them a little bit in physical ed period.
I played on the high school basketball team, and facilities were limited. We did not have gymnasiums. We practiced, the team practiced at an old skating rink out at in the area. It was called Strader Field, right there where Lakeside Drive goes down. That was called Strader Field, and there was a big skating rink there that Mr. Shana owned, and we practiced there a lot. Or we practiced at the YWCA in Lynchburg.
We did not have any place to play basketball, but nearby was a skating rink. And so we were allowed to practice basketball at the skating rink. And that was another favorite thing that I enjoyed very much.
Boys, they played baseball and stuff like that, but they didn't have any team set up or anything to mount anything. But they did play. I remember they played softball.
I was in a lot of clubs in high school. I belonged to every club there was except the baseball team, which was all boys. And there was a regular fellas team that was all boys. And I believe that was the only thing that cut me out.
Beta Club was for the best students. And we had, in fact, we went to Amherst and established a chapter there at their high school.
At that time, we had what they called a Beta Club, which was the scholastic club. I belonged to that. Usually after school, I just went home. I had chores to do at the house. I'd go home, do my chores at the house, do my homework, and get ready for the next day.
Even though it was war times, we still managed to have some activities. We had junior senior proms, junior senior banquets, senior banquets and dances. The JUGs, which was a social club, they usually had an annual dance. So we managed to get some of those things in, even though they had to be limited.
It was called Just a Skirt, JUG. I have a picture of the outfit I had to wear to be initiated, and it's awful. I remember I had to wear a shirt and bib overalls, and my daddy's hat with a top out of it, and I had to carry a jug in my hand.
Sounds like you was Snuffy Smith.
I remember that.
And was that a fun organization to be involved in?
It was nice to be asked to be in it. It really was.
But we did have dances. We had a sock hop, and we would take the library, which was the biggest open space, and dance, and I remember dancing at a sock hop until I wore blisters under my feet.
We had dances on Friday night. We'd rent a jukebox, and we had dances in the library. And see, our Latin class was last in the day, so we were in the library while she was dealing with the others in the other half of the class period. And we always, you know, the jukebox come in, oh boy, and dance tonight, are you coming, you know.
Do you remember the prom?
Yeah, but yeah, we basically did ours in the library.
In the library?
Library, okay?
So you graduated in what year?
54.
Now that was the year of Brown versus Board of Education. Do you remember anything about Brown versus Board of
You
Education?
think a 16-year-old would care anything about that?
I don't think we paid much attention to it, although we did read it in the newspaper.
Did you participate, when you graduated, did you participate in the Sweetbriar program? Did you go free to Sweetbriar?
Yes, I did.
When I got to Sweetbriar, I learned I didn't know how to study. I cried every night for 6 weeks.
And then you learned how to study?
And then I guess I learned how to study. But our high schools in those days did not prepare you for the college level.
My graduating class, I think, was 59 students.
And our class, graduating class, was the first class that had gone very far away for a senior trip, an overnight trip.
Oh,
And we went to Washington, D.C. And the next class went to Washington, D.C. Then after that, they started going to New York City.
And what did you like best about Madison Heights High School?
Graduation, I guess.
Well, tell me about graduation. Did you wear robes?
Yes, we did. And we had class night, we had baccalaureate, class night, and graduation. So you had 3 different programs.
Virtually everybody knew everybody, like all of the people in my graduating class, okay? We all knew each other. We all knew each other well, you know. We did things together. We lived pretty close for the most part. We lived, you know, like I said, there was some of these guys, and I still deal with some of these guys. Okay, as a matter of fact, I recently bought 2 swarms of bees from one of the guys that I graduated from high school with. I think there we established relationships that are still in place 60 years later.